Welcome, everybody. Happy Job Search Live Monday. This is Hannah Morgan, Career Sherpa, and I am here again. It's February 8th. Good to see you all. Welcome. So while we're waiting for people to come in, I just wanted to let you know that I put the link to this week's Summary Sunday in case you missed it. It's in the comments over there, wherever it is. And if you're here with me, just let me know. Love to hear from you. Welcome. Okay, so here we are. It is Job Search Live and it is Monday, and I'm going to be talking about some of the articles in this week's Summary Sunday because I want to make sure that I draw attention to the things that are important and why I sort of chose them, what I want to emphasize, and what I hope you take away from it. So this week's Summary Sunday was called Get It Done, and it contained articles about helping you take that next step or that first step or whatever that step is. There was a 5-minute takeoff exercise, an article about how to write a bold, well-researched message that actually can convert into getting you hired. An article about a lot of the job search scams now that are targeting unemployed job seekers, which breaks my heart. Donna Svi shows you how to create a LinkedIn banner in minutes using Canva. You can have more control over what you see in your home feed on LinkedIn, and so that's included. Some of the basics, overcoming your mindset against networking, and some 6 important career lessons from some career pros. So I'm just going to check in and see. Welcome to those of you that are here. Did you have a favorite this week? Was there one article that really resonated with you or caught your attention? Let me know in the comments. And I'm hoping too that if you are facing any kind of struggles with your job search, that you can actually put those in the comments too, and I'm happy to help troubleshoot, give you some ideas. So anyway, that's what we've got going on. So let me ask you this. I'm a chronic, is that even the right word? I'm a habitual. I'm a procrastinator, and it goes back to many different things, like I'm afraid of doing it wrong, or I want to do it, I make it too complicated. So I'm wondering if anyone else struggles with that in job search. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So here is, if you haven't tried this exercise, I tried it this morning and it actually worked for me. I wake up and I have a whole long list of things to do sometimes, and sometimes I have no list of things to do. List making should be an easy thing, but I have so many different lists I can't keep them all straight. So this morning I followed the advice that Susan Peppercorn put in her article, the 5-minute, what was it called? The 5-minute takeoff exercise. And so this is how it works. You just sit down at your desk and you look at the first item on your list and you don't think about it. You just start doing it. Just do it for 5 minutes. Don't overthink it. You don't need to say, oh, that's not the most important thing, anything like that. Just do that first thing on your list or one thing on your list for 5 minutes. And guess what happens? You get into the swing of things. And so it worked for me this morning. I've been sort of on a roll all morning because I just took that very first step. And then I was watching this other video from Gary Vee. If you don't know Gary Vee, he's a social media guru and he had Wine Library. He's awesome. Go check out him wherever he is. He's on Instagram and he's on Twitter and he's awesome. I find him inspiring. If you don't like profanity, then don't follow Gary, because Gary uses the F word every other word. But Gary was talking this morning. I saw a video that he was of things that he was saying. It's like, what the question that somebody had asked him was, I don't like my job. I think that was it. Or my job stinks or sucks or whatever it was. And so Gary's like, there are two things you need to know. One, patience, suck it up and just do it. And two, take action. Don't watch TV. Stop watching TV. It's sapping you. Do something, anything that moves you closer to your next job. And that's sort of like Susan Peppercorn's advice for procrastination. Just take one little 5 minute focus on 5 minutes for that one thing that you want to do next and see what happens. I think we are our own worst enemies when it comes to getting things done. And I know firsthand how hard that can be. 5 minutes, just start it and see what happens. The next article. So I want you to try that this week. And when we come back next week, let me know how that works. This next article was written by an article on one of the people who used to work at the Muse. They're no longer there; they've moved on. But what he writes his story on how he got a job with the Muse, and I want you to go read it. I don't want to try and convince you why it's a good story, but he met one of the founders, CEOs of the Muse at a conference back in the day when we had in-person conferences, and there was a whole horde of people around her, her adoring fans waiting to talk with her. And he's like, I'm not going to go hunt her down and be one of those 20 people that's in line to meet her. So he went back, did a whole bunch of research about her, and sent her an email, a LinkedIn invitation to connect, which she accepted, and then invited him to have a conversation. And lo and behold, there wasn't even a job available, but she ended up hiring him. So I love to tell and share those kinds of stories because I think they give me hope. They inspire me to help inspire you. We just don't know. It's out of your comfort zone. I get it. But you never know what's going to happen. And I think part of the key to this was that the guy who got the job at the Muse was already working. He wasn't really looking for a job, but heck, it worked for him. So go try that. Please also read the article that was covered on Tech Radar about job search scams targeting Tech Republic, sorry, that was targeting the scams out there that target unemployed job seekers. It happens anytime we have this kind of a situation, and it breaks my heart, so please go read. If you are looking for a cool background for your LinkedIn header or banner, that big image behind your headshot, go check out the article that Donna Svi wrote on how to create your LinkedIn banner in minutes using Canva. Canva is a free tool. Gotta love free. It gives you exactly the right dimensions and suggestions for layouts and fonts and colors and pictures and all kinds of fun things. So go check that out because I want you to have a really good LinkedIn header that it tells people something about you and is great branding. And gosh, if you want to, you can change your header every couple of weeks. It's so easy. There was a great article about all the different ways you can control what shows up in your LinkedIn home feed. And so if you're not using LinkedIn every day, I think it's even more important for you to read that article. It's on LinkedIn's official blog. And if you're on that, if you go read that article, I want you to go to the very bottom in the bottom of the article where it says subscribe. And I want you to subscribe to the LinkedIn official blog so that you get their notifications when they post something new. They often talk about new features on LinkedIn, or they talk about new uses or new initiatives or updates. That's where I go to get my stuff. And if I'm getting it there, you can get it there too. What holds you back from networking? Right? That was Shelley Piedmont's question, and she answered that question in her article that I shared. Way too many people don't like networking, and I get it. I don't love networking either, but I've realized through the course of my life that networking is very, very, very important, and you can't say, hey, I'm not going to do it. It doesn't work, because it does work. You just have to learn how to do it right. And so Shelley Piedmont walks you through, it starts with a poll that she took and about how people found their last job, and 40%, well, what number was it? Yeah, almost 40% found their last job through networking, of course. So it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere, and you want to learn how to do it better, or you just want to learn how you can get started doing it, or how not to procrastinate not doing it. Read her article. It's filled with sort of these traditional reasons why people don't like networking, and then the switch, what you can do to like it more. So now I'm going back over here and checking. Thank you for joining me, the folks that are here. Colleen, hey, how are you? Yeah, so Colleen tries that same similar 5-minute, just do it. Yeah, things get done. I never read David Allen's book, Colleen, but I've heard of it. So that's a good one. Hey, Wanda, good to see you here today. Kelly, I'm not sure what you mean, Kelly, but that's great. Good. Yuck. I'm sorry you got that, Colleen. That's no good. Yuck. Um, Here's what you have to know. The IRS, the DMV, the unemployment office for your state, they will never call you. They'll send you a letter. So just know, any phone call that says they're from any of those government or state agencies, they're not, because they're not gonna call you. They won't. Nobody's from the IRS is ever gonna call you. So yeah, it's so sad. They could be, Wanda, they could be from another country. They could be from the US. They could be both. They're just trying to get your identification so they can use that information and sell it. It's very sad. Um, Okay, so then thank you all for chiming in. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad you're chatting and with me and saying things. So then the last article that I shared was Adopt These Powerful Career Lessons. And I love listening to what other people have learned throughout their career. These are all good, and I want you, so they're not necessarily, these aren't lessons you can actually apply to your job search, but more towards your career. Be a good leaver. In other words, know when it's time to leave your job. Don't stick in a job beyond its prime. You take the steps to get out of Dodge. Your next steps are on you, which means again that you're taking control. Never stop interviewing. Here's the thing that I want to tell you all that are in the job search mode. If you have the opportunity ever to have an interview, take the opportunity to interview. You need the practice, you need the skills, and you may just learn something about the company, about the person, or whatever. Once you get a job offer, never, never, never turn down an interview. You don't owe your future employer any kind of loyalty. That means that if you have accepted a job and you're not starting for another couple of weeks and somebody else calls you for an interview, go take it. I know you want to be done with this job search, but I also have seen employers come back and say, our budget just got taken away, we can't hire you. And I don't want you to be left high and dry and have turned down an opportunity for another job that might come to fruition. So there's so many different circumstances where things can go wrong between the time you get the offer and actually you're 3 months into the new job. So even when you're new in the job, I know it takes a lot of effort, but keep interviewing because you just don't know. And I want you to be protected. So you've got to believe in yourself. So those were some of the things, the career lessons that were shared in the and the final article that was on a Fast Company. So there's so many important things that need to be covered, and so I just want to keep bringing them to your attention and making sure you're aware of them, and so that you do what you need to do to take care of you. I also just saw a new article that popped up by FlexJobs, which lists 25 employers that are now hiring for flexible work, remote and flexible work opportunities, one or the other or both. So if you haven't checked out FlexJobs blog yet, recently, you may want to go check out those opportunities. Um, there are a lot of teaching opportunities or tutoring or transcription of languages from something from French to English and English to French, those kinds of things. There's some teaching jobs. So plus there's some IT, all kinds of jobs there. So please, please, please go check them out. Go check those out so you make sure you're not missing out on anything. You may discover some new employers, and that's always my method behind sharing these jobs that might be posted, is that if there is an employer that you hadn't heard of before, now they're on your radar, and you can go look at those opportunities on their website, reach out to people you know inside the company, and meet new people who work inside the company. So that should be sort of your logic. If you find a great job, go find other companies like that company, or find their competitors, and even within that company, go see what else they have. Here's what we have to remember, that not every job makes it to the public's eye. In other words, not every opening is posted. So if there's a company that you really like. There was one job that was they were looking for inside sales, customer service, and outside sales, I think maybe. But it was for a company that helped coordinate reservations for camping. And I thought, ooh, if you were somebody who was really into camping, what a great job that would be, where you could, either provide customer service or take the orders for people who were looking for great camping sites, right? What a great way to combine your interests with opportunities. So that is what I've got for you this week. If you didn't know, I will remind you, in this week's Summary Sunday, I'm offering a free webinar shoot, and I can't remember the date. I think it's next Tuesday. Laid Off and Looking, how to get yourself motivated and find a new job. I'm also going to be running another Motivation Monday, but it's going to be in the morning. So that's later in this month too. So check out your newsletter if you didn't delete it, and the information is in there. I want you all to have a great week. Happy Monday. Try that 5-minute tip. Get yourself going. It works any part of the day. So good luck to you all. Have a great day.